Hello and welcome into today's build challenge. So recently I made a house using only the kits and base game in The Sims 4. I had to use base game because the kits do not provide us with a bathroom, but we actually ended up with a kind of okay house out of it. But it got me to thinking, could we do that with only stuff packs? Now we all know kits kind of replace stuff packs and we stopped getting them, except for a few exceptions such as Home Chef Hustle and Crystal Creations. We haven't had a lot of stuff packs in the last couple of years. But could we have built a house out of them? So I built a very kind of basic structure here to use as a house. And I haven't put a roof on it, you'll notice. And that is because there are no roof swatches in any of the stuff packs. But we could just try and go for a kind of modern vibe, I guess. So let's see what we do have. So wallpaper wise, we actually get quite a lot in the stuff packs, thanks to mainly Paranormal, Home Chef Hustle. Spooky Pack gives us a lot, but I don't quite know if I want to decorate my entire house in ghosts. But one thing I did notice is that with the fitness pack, we do get some really nice bricks. And I actually think they look really good on the outside of a house like this. Now, obviously, it's designed to look like sort of a gym vibe, but I kind of like what we could do with this, suggesting that this is like maybe an old building that's been converted into a house, and maybe it used to be more an industrial use. So we've got this straight away, and then if we go to floors, we don't have a lot. So we have a very pretty parquet flooring, but that doesn't really make a roof. However, we do have this cool tile, and I think we could definitely use that to fill this space in here. So straight away, the building's starting to look good. Now, we know what we're not going to get is half wall trim, and that's because that's not going to come in anything because we only have the really basic ones. I really am trying to avoid using any base game in this and just do this purely from stuff packs. But I think if we don't want our house to look completely awful, we're just going to have to fix the trim. And you guys will just have to forgive me. Okay, so going back to the luxury kits, let's have a look what kind of door we could use. Okay, so we do actually have some choices. So Tiny Living is actually a stuff pack, which is phenomenal, really, when you consider it gave us an entire new build type. So tiny homes, if you don't know, give you a skill boost just because they're there. And I think it's quite cool that it gave us so much. We also have doors from Laundry Day, but I don't really think they go. In fact, if anything, I think we might have to go more for this kind of style. As I said, if we go for it being a former industrial style build. However, we could go for something a bit more glamorous. No, I think it's pretty obvious what we're going to do here. I think, if I'm correct, yes, it's going to work well with our windows because unfortunately we do only have one stuff pack that gives us windows. However, they are some really nice windows. I don't know about you. I use these windows a lot in like most of my builds because I do think they're really pretty. And also I think with what we were saying about this maybe being a former industrial kind of place, this sort of makes sense that that's the kind of windows they would have. Okay, what if we make this a little bit chunkier here? Give us like this kind of defined area. Do we have any sort of fences? Now we do, but they're interesting. I don't think we're going to be using this one. Although it is a really pretty fence. We also have the picket fence, which is nice. And then we do have the child one, or we have this one, which is really big, but I do like that one a lot. However, because I was going to suggest maybe we like close off this area so it becomes like a private doorway. And I do actually like how that's ended up looking. I'm excited to see we get a tree, but it's a giant tree. Or we get the Crystal Creations tree, which is a very magical looking tree and doesn't really go with the idea of the build. But can I do anything that looks like natural landscaping with what I've been given? So I've come to the outdoor section just to see if there's anything else we can kind of use from all of the areas. Now we do have string lights, which is awesome, but they're just way too big. But there is some other items that are quite interesting. We obviously have the bowling alley light. We do have just some freestanding poles. We have all of the romantic garden stuff, which would have been great. But unfortunately, we've gone for the modern feel because that is what kind of we were led to. Now, here's an item I forget about all the time in The Sims, and that is wind chimes. Like, they come in one of the kits, and they're actually really cute. I do believe as well that they, add a little bit of something to the house. Maybe the people that live in the modern building aren't very modern. Maybe they're, like, more chill. more bohemian. Maybe we need to do a bit of a mix. Now, what we do have is an awful lot of outside stuff. We have a lot of patios. We have a well. I mean, that's kind of cute. We have tables for selling, and we have stuff for children, and we have more stuff. And then we even have a slip and slide. So I do think these people are going to have a decent backyard. The front yard, however, is lacking. So that is our house outside, built using only stuff packs. So we have our little entranceway here that shows off kind of the personalities of the people that are living in this build. It is a modern build, but they are not modern at all, and they are quirky and eclectic, and I love them already. Now, into the backyard area, we have a cute little sitting area. They have the little bird feeders. They have a little play area because there's going to be a kid living there, and also they have their laundry set up. They also have a hot tub, a nice little area for eating, and then they also have the barbecue pizza oven area, along with the lovely tree that is lit. I actually really like how this has turned out, and I'm not that surprised because I knew there was a lot of backyard outdoory stuff. But as always, I'm just a bit sad there's no terrain paint, but we will add it later probably because I'm a little cheater and I don't think that's too bad. So coming inside, we have a basic floor plan laid out that I've come up with. So this is going to be a bedroom here at the front. This is a bedroom at the back, bathroom, kitchen, diner here that leads to the outside patio. And then this is the entranceway, hallway, living area. Now, one thing I will say is that we are going to struggle with flooring. In the stuff packs, we only get 5 floorings and we have... They're not very... They're just not great. But let's start with a bedroom and see what we can do. So the options we kind of have is this linoleum from bowling, which I think we will be using, just not in a bedroom. And then we have the carpet from the spooky stuff pack, which, I mean, maybe we could make work. Now, Paranormal gave us a very beautiful floor, but I hate using it. So I think we may have to go with the wood that came in the Halloween kit and Halloween pack. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I think we could work with it. It's just also not the best flooring in the game. I think maybe let's go with a lighter swatch and then see how we go. Now, wallpapers, again, we got a lot. Like, we could do the spooky vibes if we wanted to. Throw some bats up on the wall. But actually, this is where we kind of shine with options because we do have, if we wanted to, a really modern idea that we could go for. In fact, we have 2 different ones that even though most people don't like, I actually kind of like. Crystal Creations gave us this really nice moon one. Then we have the glamour one that is very, very pretty and comes in quite a few different swatches. So I think what we need to do is like we did last time, which is where we see what beds we've got, because I feel like that's where I struggled in previous challenges, and that might be where we struggle today. Because we don't have a lot. We have Murphy beds, but we won't be using them today. So we actually end up with just 2 bed choices, which is kind of sad. But what I will say is the bed choices that we've got, I think have really nice colour swatches. I really like this one. These ones, not so much. The very, very, very... I mean, that's probably the best of them, but even then. So I think we are going to go with this bed. We're going to pop it up here. Maybe we're going to pop it here. So we have the obvious choice, which is the dresser that matches the bed and the rest of the set that we're using. But I don't know. I kind of really want to use this one, which is probably insane because it does not go. Maybe we'll save that one for the kids' room. What if we go rail? I'm rethinking our wallpaper, if I'm honest. I think it's too much red. What else do we have that is maybe a little less red? Are we just going to end up doing this entire room in Machino? Okay, let's see what else we can do. So bedroom-wise, we've got our bed. Dresser, we have that rack. The question is, since we have so much space, do we put something else in? And I guess since we've now... I just hate that so much, though. Wait, we've got a vanity. In fact, we've got 2 vanities. Oh, I feel like I need a vanity in here. Now, my obvious choice for this would be this, but I do feel that's a bit swanky for your bedroom. If I'm being honest, it might be a bit much. What about you? Oh, you kind of work, and you bring the red in. Guys, I think it's the wallpaper. I think I don't like the wallpaper, which is weird because I love this wallpaper, just to be clear. So the problem is the people also own wind chimes and everything else would not live in this room. And that's what I'm struggling with again, is making my personalities match. But I really kind of think this room could come together under this white, black, and red scheme, and I think we just need to give it a try. And when I say we, I do mean me, because I'm the only one objecting to it. I'm aware of that, guys. Now, I did say I wanted to have some laundry stuff, right? So do we just plop this in here and make it make sense? Or we could do the red one. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I always think it's more realistic if you have 2 laundry baskets, because do people not separate their colours? I think that might be done. So that is our bedroom. Like I said, I'm not using any artwork just because I think the wallpaper is busy enough. And that is us. We are done. They have everything you need in this room, and it does actually, I think, look quite good. So coming back out here, let's go completely in the other direction and do the teens room. Kids room, whatever it is we're going to do. So flooring, I think it actually makes sense to just kind of carry this pattern throughout, if I'm honest, throughout at least the living room. We're going to try and use something different elsewhere, but let's not be crazy. Now, kids-wise, obviously none of these are very fun unless, you know, we embrace the spooky. But I do kind of like the idea that if we went for like a teen, we could maybe go down the route of them being really into like astrology and gems. And then obviously we can use that as sort of a setting tone for the rest of the build. Now, I have recently fallen out with purple, so I don't think I can do it in purple. But let's try green, because that is beautiful. Now, what are we thinking about what we should put in here for who lives here? Because bed-wise, I don't actually have any. Oh, I do. I have a kid's bed, but it's not going to come in the right green, is it? Again, this is one of those where the bed's probably going to end up determining the wallpaper. Oh, wait, though. I mean, I said no purple, but... Oh, it kind of looks good. Because I like the purple and the orange both being there. We can maybe make that work. Let's make them a crafty kid. Let's make them... We're going to say teenager slash young child. Wow, they gave us the bookcases in purple. And also, I've mentioned this before, I think, but the fact that this is the one we get the ladder for is crazy to me, but I'm so here for it. Do you know what would be cool if there was a way to, like, build this kid's bed into the bookcases? Like, I don't think we do have a little bookcase in here that would fit in between here. But can you imagine as a kid just sleeping between bookcases? Because I'd be here for it. Like, I'm all over that as a concept. Now, a desk looking out the window is quite cool, but the trouble is, so we've got paranormal. We do have modern ones. Now, obviously, this is the Crystal Creation. Again, I'm trying to avoid doing a whole kit in one build, but look how good that looks. Okay, okay. We're going to put some variety in right now. This is it. Let's change. Okay, so this tiny living actually matches the bed. So I'm starting to think that maybe we change up a little bit and we go for tiny living, because I think that does actually work. And then we use this kind of wood tone as our guide. So, for example, like that is the chair that matches the desk, which also matches the bed. So what if we pop this... I mean, I don't like the idea of it being, like, right at the end of the bed. I'm just trying to make an idea of where I think it would work best in the room. Okay, I'm not hating this, actually. I think this room's coming together. Dare we breathe and hope for a rug? Dare we? I kind of hope so. Okay, so we know we want it to, like, be purple or orangey vibes. Now, we've got the kids' ones that are cute as... Why are these so big? Why have I never noticed how big they are before? Okay, this might be the closest we've got to a winner. Okay, so I think that's kind of our layout. Let's just have a look at clutter, because we do sort of have a lot of space on these shelves. Ooh, I've just seen we actually got fireplaces in this kit, in these packs. I should have probably used those. That's a shame. See, maybe that one's a better one for the room. Okay. And then, do we want any artwork? Oh, no, do you know what I'd like? I'd like a mirror. Oh, but I wanted, like, a little mirror. But, like, When I say little, I meant like full length, but little. No, no mirror. No, I think that's it. Okay, that is our kids' bedroom. The parents' bedroom are done. Let's move on and let's do our bathroom, because this one's going to be interesting. So the thing that differentiates the stuff packs from the kits is that we actually got bathroom stuff. So there is one shower, there is some tubs, there is toilets, there is sinks. We got stuff, so we can do it. So, because I know that we're going to be kind of limited, I think we start off with like our shower and trying to decide from there what kind of, you know, style we're going for. Now, let us look at the floor before we do anything else, because we know that's going to be a thing because there's so many limited ones. And I'm leaning towards maybe trying to do the linoleum for this, because we're not going to probably use it anywhere else, and I don't hate how it looks with this. So the other option to this is obviously that we could do something like this. Oh, why do I like that so much more? Oh, I do like that so much more. Okay, let's see what we got for wall patterns. Do we get anything? Okay, so we have a functioning bathroom right now, which is a win. Like, let's not shy away from how much this is a win, because we did not get that without using base game in the other pack. I do think we should try and fit a laundry basket in here, because, you know, when you get naked in the shower... Wait, which way is this shower going? Yeah, so we can put this over here. Although I don't finish that sentence. But when you get naked in the shower, you create washing. Now, I do think the only thing we're going to get that kind of gives us towels is this. So I think maybe we pop this here. That's kind of quirky, but I just don't think it really works. Although they are quirky people, we've discussed this at length. That's too small. Like, who ever looks? And that is too grand. I always think this is a bit weird. Although, why does it kind of look okay? I was just about to say it definitely doesn't go with the fitness kit vibe, but I also, right now, I'm not hating it, which is a bit weird because I wasn't expecting that. The other option is we do this. And if we do this, we could actually... Oh, wait. That would sort of fill up the whole wall area. And then we could move this to above the toilet. So, we didn't get anything bathroom clutter-wise, which is really sad. But let's see if there's anything in the rest of the decorations that we can utilize to be like, yeah, that looks like toothpaste. Okay, the bathroom is where we're feeling the most let down. I think if we had to agree, we don't have toilet roll. They can use the towel above their head. We don't have really anything surface-wise that I can utilize in here to save us. So it is a functional bathroom, but it's a really limited bathroom. But that is more than we got from the kits. I can't argue that. So that's the bathroom done, and it leaves us with a living room and a kitchen diner. Now, one thing that's interesting is I originally, in my design plan, was definitely putting an archway here. There are no archways. There are no spandrels. There's only one column. So this is going to be a door, which I hate doors between living rooms and kitchen diners. But it's going to be a door. So the question is, do we go with a bit more fun for the door? Make it a double door so it at least makes sort of sense when it's open that you could, you know, walk through with your snacks. The problem I've got with that I'm going to just say, is that I don't like either of these double doors for that, because they're very, I don't know, formal. But I guess we could get away with that one and say that it's like a remnant. Oh, unless we do the outdoor doors, but in white. Oh, I don't actually hate that. Okay, that might be what we do. Let's see how bad it is in the kitchen, because I'm kind of scared. Like, I have checked, and I know we got an oven. We've got two, in fact. So we have choices. Fridges, again, we have two. So we do have choices, and then I think we got, yeah, like I said, we had sinks. So what colors do these come in that we can do? Now, I know I do this yellow kitchen all the time, but what if we did something... Wait. Why does that come in a blue? Why does that not come in a blue sink? A blue fridge? Why can I have a really powerful blue oven and not a blue fridge? That's so weird. So my question is, because we wanted this to be kitchen diner, and there's a lot of space, do we do an island? Okay, we need to do floor, and we need to do walls, because I'm falling in love with our kitchen, and I didn't think I would be. Like, I knew we were probably going to use this one. Realistically. Because whatever kitchen I picked, it was going to go, and you get the backsplash. The only thing I would say that annoys me is I would like to just do plain all around the walls, and I can't because they didn't give me a plane. Like, the one thing I will always say about the kitchen backsplashes, which are cool and I think they're pretty, is give me the standard wallpaper to match. Okay, so I realized I wanted to put the laundry into the kitchen, which was causing a problem, but I've put them in this little cubby over here, which I actually kind of think makes sense. Oh, there's a part of me that's wondering if this is even pointless, because we could just put the stools here. But if I'm putting the stools here, I have to be a lot more conscious of colours, because they are literally connecting. So I think we might then have to do something a bit plainer. But the trouble is, these cabinets do have wood in them, so I think the wood should match. Is it that wood? Is that a closer match? I don't hate that. Okay, so if we've done that, we've then got this here. What are we going to put in this area? That's the real question. But we do have a lot of random things that we probably should look through, because I've been thinking about this. We definitely haven't used everything, and if you go through show all, you end up with like so many random things that we haven't even looked at. Okay, well, the ice cream stuff is here. Oh, maybe. Is that what we do? Do we create like a little cute ice cream bar in the back? Because that's just a big feature of this pack, right? Trick time. Okay, if you ever just want to free place these stuff, and obviously they can only go on counters, what you can do is just literally place them on a counter, then shrink the counter as much as you want, and then you can put them wherever you want. I'm trying to use like as much as I would normally when I do a build and not overdo it, but at the same time, I want to show off what's in these stuff packs, because I feel like, they are probably not appreciated as much. Okay, that's our kitchen done. Let's call that done. I think it's cute. We've got a little ice cream area over there. We've got our little island. We've got this, and we even managed to get laundry in to make all the laundry that we've put elsewhere in the build functional. So we only have our living room left to go. So let's give these people somewhere to hang out and chill. So we've said we're going to stick with the same floor, and now it's just wallpaper. Is it time to finally give in and use our lovely paranormal? Do we have sofas? Oh, we do. We have sofas. Okay. I mean, paranormal's going to be probably my default choice here, just because we've used the paranormal wallpaper, so you'd hope that one would match. But I have to give a shout out to the movie hangout stuff, because that stuff is so kooky and I love it, and I just wish I could figure out ways to use it more, and I think it's a me failure, not a them failure. Okay, I'm thinking we're probably going to go with the TV on this wall, which I know is a bit random because it's in front of the TV window, but I think we've all at some point in our lives had to put a TV in front of a window to make it make sense. Oh, I love that we actually have options for what we could put down. How pretty is that? It's so patterned though, and this is what I think is my main problem with the wallpaper in paranormal. Like, I love it, but it means you struggle to put anything else patterned out there. Now, TV wise, oh no. We only have tiny living. Maybe they're not a TV watching family. Maybe we should have given them a TV outside. What if this wasn't a window? What if I take the window out? Can we put a fireplace in? Okay, I don't hear the clock there. Kind of think that makes sense. I don't know if this really helped us. Like, we brought in the fireplace as an option, and then I don't know what we're still going to do with the rest of this space. It did give this room some dimension and shape, and I'm not going to complain about it. I do think it looks a lot better. Now, I know these are cookbooks, you know these are cookbooks, but what if we just don't talk about the fact that they're cookbooks? What if we just put them up? Even if they are cookbooks, to be fair, it does sort of still stand as okay. They've just been like dropped off and put there. Okay, and that is my living room finished. I have just kind of done a bit of cluttering that I could find. I put this unit in the hallway just to kind of make it take some space and then filled it. That's actually a kid's play chest, but I think it looks kind of good as like a little bit of thing in storage. It kind of goes with the vibe. Put some stuff up on there. We've got some plants on the wall. We put the picture up. Kind of like to think maybe this is where they used to live before they moved here, so maybe that's why they've got it on the wall. And then just this little unit in the side here with just a few little extra touches on the top. And that is it completely done. One thing I will say is that I do think I have not done these stuff packs justice. I feel like there's so much stuff you get in them, but I think when you're trying to build with only them and limited, you don't really get to see the full spectrum. Like, we barely used anything from Nifty Knitting. I don't know that Laundry got a full display of what it should have been. I definitely think there are some packs that we barely used. I think, like, for example, Movie Hangout could definitely have had a better idea. And even things such as fitness, like we didn't use any of the fitness stuff. However, I think we probably have managed to use every stuff pack at least once and just kind of show off what stuff packs there are. The question is, do we think this house is better or worse than the kit house that we built? And you guys are just going to have to let me know that in the comments. So now for the tours. Now, I did just quickly change the paving to match the paving that we had in the back area, just so we could connect the pathways, and threw a little bit of terrain paint just to make it feel more embedded, just because that makes me feel better. So just to remember, this is built with purely stuff packs. I haven't used base game at all, other than for the terrain paint. So this is our living room, and I actually really love how this turned out. So this is mainly paranormal stuff with a few laundry day items thrown in there, and I think it's really lovely. Obviously, there's no TV, but you don't need a TV these days. And also, I think it's really nice to have that kind of formal sitting area vibe. I think it ended up looking really good, if I'm honest, and I really like how it came together. Next, we have our teenage kid bedroom, which is kind of like a transitioning room from when they were a child to now becoming more mature and having more definite opinions on what they want. It's definitely very purple, which, if you've seen my last video, me and purple fell out. So I'm actually really surprised with how well this has worked. They've got a bit of a jewelry obsession, a bit of a crystal obsession. They like to read. They've got their desk there. Again, no computers, no electronics in this house because they don't come in the stuff packs. But still, they also have their little pet hamster. Hi! Who lives here with them still. And again, I just think that's a nice throwback to when you were a kid and it's your first pet. Coming back through the living room, we get to go to the second bedroom in the house. This is the parents'. This is very bold and very modern, which maybe doesn't fit with all the other areas in the house, but I actually think it ended up okay. Again, it's very much one stuff pack has kind of funneled a lot of it, just with some highlights for some other ones. But I do think it ended up okay. I think it's quite a nice looking room, definitely functional, and would definitely serve the purpose of what we needed. And we've got our laundry baskets in there so that laundry is functional throughout the house. Here we also have our bathroom. Now, our bathroom is the room that probably ended up the worst. I was really happy to see that we got actual bathroom fittings in the stuff packs, having a sink, a toilet, and a shower. However, the accessories and the clutter were not there. We actually ended up with more in the kits for that because we have bathroom clutter kit and we have the everyday clutter kit, whereas the stuff packs didn't really come with a lot of bathroom related clutter, which was kind of disappointing. We don't even have a toilet roll or any towels at all, and I did not put curtains up at the window, but hey, it's their back garden. Who do you think is going to be looking at them? So coming into our final room of the indoors is the kitchen, and I honestly love how this room turned out. I think I really kind of did a good job, if I say so myself. So we have the lovely, bold, bright, colourful kitchen there with a nice little splashback. And then the wallpaper here is actually from bowling. It's herringbone, and I think it's really nice. We have a little ice cream section, and we've managed to just squidge the laundry in behind a little wall there, and I think it looks really good and should make sure that it's functional. As I said, the lights in here, maybe not the best lights, but they do give a lot of light, and that's all we need. I wish we had something more to clutter this little door area that we created, but sadly I couldn't find anything. And finally, we have our back garden, which is a bit sparse considering how much backyard stuff we got. But without building them a full outdoor cinema, I was limited on what I could use. But we have this little area here for sitting and chilling. We've even managed to get a barbecue area with a pizza oven so they can make themselves some pizza out here. And I think that looks really nice altogether. And then we've even managed to get them a little hot tub area and a little chill area for hanging out. We've got the tree with all the lights in it, and then just in the actual garden area, which again I think is actually quite nice to be separated. We've got a climbing frame for the kid, and we have a laundry rail for the days that the weather is good enough that you can hang out your clothes and get the breeze. So, if you like this, please do let me know. I actually think it's turned out okay, but if I'm 100% honest, I think the kids' house might have won. I'd be intrigued to know if you guys agree. But yeah, I really like what we did here. I think it was a very varied house and it showed me just what stuff we actually got in the stuff packs. And there's definitely things you could do with it. But what I don't think is that stuff packs stand alone. I think stuff packs definitely need the base game and maybe even some of the expansion packs just to get full use out of them and to make them look as pretty as they could. And I didn't feel that way after the kits. But let me know if you disagree. And if you do like this video, don't forget to drop a like down below. And if you do want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe so that you'll be notified when my next video goes live. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.